The way that you win at life is you stop waiting for it to make sense. You stop waiting for these decisions that you have to make sense. And instead, you allow your inner wisdom to guide you. And so that will look like tapping in and saying, does this light me up or does this not light me up? I was just talking with a client and I really, really enjoyed, this wind is gonna pick up for a second. I enjoyed what we were talking about so much. Don't put your butt too close to me. That's horse life. That was funny. And we were talking about how, like on YouTube, there's our shorts, and you can post shorts or you can post long form on Instagram. You can do reels on TikTok. You can do TikToks. Like you can post photos on Instagram too. And like there's so many strategies. And on YouTube, there's all these videos on how you can best edit and put sound effects and put the best thumbnail and the best title and the best blah 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 SEO and hashtags and all of these things. And I feel like I tried to go that human route for a while with many different businesses and ways of approaching growing things that I thought would bring me the peace and freedom that I was hoping for. And every time I was doing it in a way that maybe lit someone else up. Someone else maybe found success through doing a certain way, and then they wanted to make it their life purpose to, or mission, to share that information, to find abundance from sharing that information. But so often we'll follow these things and they don't work for us, or we're miserable doing it because it's not meant for you. You're meant to be the pioneer of your own life. You're meant to figure it out for yourself. And so I was talking about YouTube with this client, and hi if you're watching, and how for me it's like I know that right now, if I were to post more shorts, it would probably help my growth. But for some reason, when I think about it, I don't want to upload shorts. I feel drained instantly. Like that will change. Sometimes I upload them if I'm like inspired, and I think that that is how I have to do things, everything in my life now, because I've surrendered to this way of living and I honestly love it. But deconditioning myself to think that I don't have to do everything that everyone online, all these gurus, all these experts have said that you have to do in order to have a successful business. And rather, I can just lean into things and say, what feels good? What do I enjoy doing? I skipped uploading yesterday as well as the other day because I've been moving through some grief and accepting some hard news in my life. And that's what I needed. But then at the same time today, I was like, I'm so excited to go make my video. I'm so excited to just channel and see what comes through and allow that magic to happen, because I know I feel so much better after, and I love doing this. This is what feels good to me right now. And that's okay. It's okay that this is really one of the only things that feels good to me right now. I'm not putting in a lot of effort to Instagram or TikTok or shorts or, even other businesses. Like I closed my Amazon store, I closed my Etsy store. Well, I reopened for a few products because I like certain designs. But the point is to allow your inner light up, what would we call this, like your inner wisdom, but the part of you that lights up at thinking about decisions, allow that to guide you, because it will create what needs to be created for you. Maybe there is something in your life that you want to do, some business you want to create, some skill you want to develop, some hobby you want to go deeper in, something that you want to create and bring forward into the world, but it's not lighting you up right now. Maybe that is because you're meant to go down a different path first and learn things down that path by practicing whatever it is down that path that you're feeling lit up by, and then allow yourself to trust the process that one day you will be called to do that other thing. You don't have to do everything right now. You have to trust the process and trust yourself and trust your own inner wisdom and intuition and guidance to create this life that is most soul fulfilling to you. And that, I don't want to say that's easier said than done, because I don't even want to program that in anybody, because it can be very easy. It's just a choice. It's a choice to no longer do what you think you have to do, but do what you know you have to do. Tap into that knowing. That knowing is within your heart. That knowing is your soul. And then your mind gets to choose what you do. Your mind is the one that says, I'm going to start this project. I'm going to upload this thing. I'm going to commit to this. I'm going to make this big life change. But allow that knowingness. And how do you do that? Like the most simple way is, does this light me up? When I imagine doing this, am I excited? And sometimes the reason why we won't feel completely lit up about the thing that our soul is wanting to do, or that is in alignment with like our highest self, is because we have that mental programming, that subconscious programming around it. So maybe you're thinking that you're not lit up, but it's really that inner wound that's within your being, or that programming that says you're not enough, or that, you know, it's too scary or unsafe to do this unfamiliar thing. And so then you also have to sit with that. You have to sit with the subconscious programming and say, okay, I choose to let go of anything that is not of the highest truth. I choose to know my highest potential. I choose to see things clearly. I choose to see things through the lens of my higher self. And doing what you have to do, maybe it's EFT tapping, maybe it's visualization, maybe it's hypnosis, maybe it's these different tools that you can use in order to reprogram your subconscious mind, and then continuing to lean into your knowing and saying, does this decision sound good? And let it be what it needs to be for you. I have people messaging me often saying, you know, Araya, I'm a fan of your YouTube, and I was watching, and I see that you're really suffering in your ability to do SEO, and your ability to do this and do that and edit, and I can fix that for you. And my energy just goes bleh. When I think about saying yes to something like that, or collaborating with someone like that, because I am in this process of saying, I'm going to do the things that light me up, and I know that the universe will support me. I know that I will be connected with the person who needs to receive these messages. I know that things are changing. I know that algorithms are changing. Like this, YouTube especially, I've always been called to YouTube because it's such a spiritual place for me. Like somehow I'll go on and the video that is perfect for me will show up. And that was really significant in the beginning of my spiritual journey. Like when I first had my awakening, whatever you want to call it, I was really sick after being in a car accident. And then I started getting all these symptoms, well, because I was really sick. So the car accident triggered all these things. And then I went on this journey of learning about nutrition, learning about spirituality, learning about astrology, learning about different things that really spiked my curiosity. And YouTube somehow allowed me to go down that path. And it was sending me things one after another that were like really supporting that light upness that is within us for me at that time. And so with that knowing for myself, I know that that thing out there, that higher force, will support me. If I just do what lights me up, everything else will fall into place. The videos will find the right people. I don't have to work with people or do things that just feel like I went on this psychedelic journey one time, and I couldn't understand the message completely when I was in it, and then it clicked. And it sounds so silly, but I used to really, really not like Squidward from SpongeBob SquarePants. If you know, I think most people know SpongeBob SquarePants. I really didn't like Squidward, and the feeling that I got about him was just like, I wanted him to get off the screen. And so what I feel like that psychedelic journey was teaching me was like, anytime something feels like that, it's not meant for you. And the more you can trust that, the more you're going to build this like really rich life. The more you are going to be able to co-create and move towards your chosen timeline where you have everything that you want. Like, what is that chosen timeline for you right now? If you can just think about it and imagine it and really bring your soul into thinking about it, like, what lights you up? What are you doing in that timeline? What are your daily tasks? What are you doing to bring in abundance? Like, what is that exchange that you're doing? Like, do you make phone calls? Do you make content? Do you build stuff? Do you create stuff? Do you what is it that you're doing and how many hours a day are you doing it? And then what are you doing when you're not doing that? What lights you up? What creative projects do you have? Who are you spending time with? What does your home look like? What does it look like outside your window? What does your coffee smell like? What is your favorite thing to make or bake? Like, what does your bed feel like? What does it feel like when you get into bed, and like, how are the sheets? What color are they? Like, go into it and know that you get to access that as soon as you do this process of only doing the things that light you up. That is how you get there. Those are the breadcrumbs. Boom. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. If you don't know what to say, let's still say long live Ladybug. I have an update. I have quite the update. Oh my goodness. So, number one, yesterday we tested Ladybug for her pregnancy because she's pregnant, and last time it looked like she had twins. What we were hoping for was that the twins would absorb into one so that there wouldn't have to be any kind of intervention because it wouldn't be safe for her to give birth to two babies. And that did happen. They absorbed into one, so she is pregnant with baby Chaos. And I know that some of you have said that, rethink the name because Chaos, like the way that you name things really determines their life. But if you were here, you would understand that how much went into creating this baby and why this baby was created. Like, it was, I say it because we don't know if it's a girl or boy, but it was born in chaos. It was born to save Ladybug's life, to give her time. The breeding process was chaos, like holding her and having our smaller stallion who's smaller than her try to like do his job, and then horses getting loose, and like it took 4 or 5 different cycles. There was so much chaos. There was so much chaos just in general on the farm and like in people's lives. Like, but something so beautiful came out of this, and it's going to enter this earth because of that. Because we were able to find this love for Ladybug and for wanting to save her and for, for the farm and for being a sanctuary and a rescue for these animals. And so it was born, he or she will be born from the love, the truth that is within chaos. And so that is what I feel about the name. And I love the name. And I just see he or she being such a beautiful, wonderful horse. And I'm so excited to be a horse mama. I didn't really think that this would be the timeline, but this is what my soul wants. Like, I'm so lit up by it. And I just kept saying, when I move to Europe and I do this solo travel, I choose what my soul wants. I think I know, but if I don't, I choose what my soul wants. And so here we are. And what I was going to update additionally on is that we put in our final offer because we reached an amount that we thought would be good, like sustainable, or not sustainable, but like fair for the 5 horses. So we have Ladybug, and we raised the money that I thought that we would need for her, considering that she has wobblers and that he wanted to send her to the meat industry or to be slaughtered. And then he said he wants $9,000 for her, right? And so then we're like, okay, if we can just buy all of his horses, he'll be more likely to say yes to her, because he's trying to hold her kind of like captive over the farm owner's head because of just the way that he is, this man. And so that, and everything happens for a reason. It got us to this point. We have raised, how much? It has been, I think it's like 15,500 total is how much we've raised for now 5 horses. So the other 4 are Wince, Rosa, Pablo, and Guapa. And yesterday he raised the price on Guapa, even though we had an amount that we agreed on for her. And so to meet what he has agreed on, we would need 3,000 more. So we're going to continue raising the money for 3,000 more until we get to that point. But we don't want to give him what he wants, because that's not a fair amount for those horses, considering the different conditions that they have, considering that he would just send them to the meat slaughter to be slaughtered for meat if we weren't doing this anonymous buyer situation with him. But we just want to get the horses out of this. We want to settle this. We want to just be at peace knowing that they get to have a forever home and live out their happy lives like these horses. They'll be over here in this field where they can just eat grass all day and run free and, get the care that they need for the conditions that they have. And so if you want to support that cause, I will link that you can donate to either one. It goes to the same place of saving these 5 horses. So I have the one for Ladybug where we're at like, I don't know how much it is now, 4,000, about 4,000. So you can still donate even though we've met the goal on that one. And then you can donate to the one for the 4 horses. So I'll link them both. The 4 horses one, it says that we haven't met the goal yet, so maybe that makes more sense. Thank you so much for supporting this cause. It's an honor to be holding this space for these horses and doing this with you guys. I'm so grateful for your generosity. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I have that option. We can do the spiritual health coaching where we just cover whatever it is that you want to cover, knowing what I talk about on here and how you think that I would best support you. And then you can also do a 6-month program with me where we meet bi-weekly. And then the other options are 21 days to rewire your mind and 21 days to know your divine guidance. Those are pre-recorded courses that are videos you watch every single day with guided meditations and a lot of stuff, the things that allowed me to get into this place where I'm so lit up and getting to live on this horse farm in Italy and save horses and travel the world with my dog and be with community and just be feeling really alive. So with all that being said, thank you, and I will see you tomorrow.